this one was using the Stampin Write markers. So I'll show you how to get that effect as a background as well. So I'll just use this piece that I've got. It's obviously not card size, but that's fine. But there is yet another way you can play around with ink and watercolour paper, and that is by using the Stampin Write markers, or any other felt tip, to be honest, would work. And this, I think, gives the most glorious effect. So all you're going to do is get your mix of colours, whatever ones you want to use, and you're just going to sort of scribble them randomly in blobs all over your paper. As I say, you don't have to worry about being too careful about the colouring in or anything like that. It's just a matter of blobbing some colour down so there's enough to get the effect you want. And you think, well, that looks just a horrible mess. That really does look just vile, and it does. But the magic happens when you start to spray it. So again, all the colours start to run into each other, to move around, to generally enjoy themselves mixing. So I'm just going to leave that to just work for a little bit. I want to give it time because the water is picking up the colour, and then the colour is then going where the water goes. So it's moving around on the card, which I just think is rather nice. What you can do with this one as well, I'm just going to use a little bit of, if you think you actually, there's a bit of a gap here, there's a bit too much colour and white, you can actually use a little bit of the paper just to take off any extra colour if you think it's a bit too dark somewhere, or it's getting too mixed up in a funny sort of blob like it is along this edge. So I can just use the colour, a little bit of the kitchen paper just to calm that all down a bit. So can you see how it's just taking away the depth of the colour, and it's starting to really move it around. And then when we come to dry it off, there we have a lovely mottled coloured background. I love that. This is probably my favourite way of using watercolour paper, because I think it just provides the most glorious background. And you can do the same on stamped images. Be careful, you need to use a fill-in image like this to do it with. Don't use an outline image, because otherwise the outline image is going to get very blurred. But I think that just produces the most glorious effect for nice backgrounds for cards.